So yeah, oftentimes you'll find little animatronic toys, and this is one which I'm not going to play, but he rocks back and forth and sings Jingle Bells. I think this one's they all sing Jingle Bells.
I don't know.
Right? I don't know.
Something.
Maybe it's
he does something.
But yeah, I like to, you want to find ones. They usually have, because these move around. They usually have something inside of them, some sort of there's some motors and battery packs and things like that. So you want to find ones that aren't incredibly heavy. This one's got like 2 AA batteries, which makes it really heavy. But this one, fortunately, has the separate battery pack on it, which makes it really easy to attach to a sweater without having the weight of the characters sitting in front. You can set it off on your belt or to the side. And if I can cut these off of here, they also, this one's pretty amazing because it also comes with lights that light up in sync with the music. But I know they have like talking Christmas trees, and the Santa that sings Jingle Bells, and Rudolph's that their noses light up. And
I thought you were going to break into song there for a second.
Hey, that'd be your own rendition. We could do that. If you want to sing, Michael, don't hold back. Just go nuts.
Thanks for the option, Celeste.
You're welcome.
I'm embarrassing myself with ugly sweaters today, not with
Speaking
terrible
of embarrassing
singing.
people, Craig Swanson's joined us on set. I think we definitely need to get him in a sweater.
Craig Swanson.
Mr. Craig Swanson. We need Craig Swanson in a Christmas sweater.
Founder of creativeLIVE. Craig, do you want to grab a mic and say a few words?
Please.
Make him wear this.
This is just so much fun to watch. I have just been laughing over it.
I've heard.
Craig,
I'm passing some Christmas cheer your way that I really want you to wear.
Oh, this is like the award one, right?
Yeah.
This is what the some lucky creativeLIVE fan is going to get. All right.
Looks
Looking
good on
good,
you.
Craig. Looks really good on you. You should quote and see if you can win it. I know some people at creativeLIVE. I can pull some strings.
Cool.
Craig, I don't think we have really talked about what's going on here
We have a Yule
on the
log.
screen, and I would like Craig to introduce us since he is the brainchild.
Well, no, since creativeLIVE started, I have wanted a Yule log for Christmas, and basically I've been looking for any excuse I can to make this a producer's job to produce, and we should all give Aaron a big round of applause for pulling this together.
Nice.
I believe we're going to make this Yule log available for watching and downloading for all of you out there. So very important.
Good.
Can we give some props to Bethany over here? It's her fireplace.
Oh my goodness, Bethany.
Thank you. Forever immortalized.
How you come over here?
Pretty good. I got it ripped out of the wreath there, and so now I'm just gonna. So I guess the hardest thing about this is going to be kind of channeling all the wires through the sweater, which you don't have to do.
You brought these with you. That's good. I see.
Yeah, so they're
awesome.
Let's see. So
The creepiest part about this that we can't play is that the battery's almost dead, so they sound a little satanic.
They sound a little satanic.
So good. Well, while you do that,
Yeah.
unless you guys have anything.
Well, we do have a question.
Yeah.
We see somebody I think sees a little something sitting on your table.
Yeah.
And the question from Photo Phil is, how about a sweater garland around the neck to wear your full-sized iPad around your neck, like the Apple employees, except with a real iPad? But
I'm going to one-up that, my friend.
That's exactly what I was
I'm going to
thinking.
one-up that. So last year, we really wanted to do something special with sweaters. And we wanted to do we somehow wanted to play bad old Christmas movies. I won't say bad, but just the timeless ones, the claymations that are mildly creepy. Those ones. We wanted those going on a sweater. They're a little creepy. Anyway, I think. We wanted to get those going on a sweater. So I came up with a method that is just a little embarrassing in how it's thrown together, but I think it works really well, and I've actually tried to think of a better way to do it for this class so that I can impress you. But it is actually, I think that this is probably the best method that protects your iPad. It secures it to your body so that it's not just loosely dangling around. there's also, again, going to be drinks and people touching it. So we want to take that into consideration. So all things considered, I'm going to show you how to make an iPad that you can play slideshows on, play movies on, any of that good stuff. So Michael, you can chime in. We can kind of go back and forth because this one's going to take me a little while.
Yeah. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of arranging it and figuring out what I want. Probably, if I had enough time, would slice in behind each of these stars and have them pop through and then kind of glue the slice back together. I think it would look a lot nicer.
We could take some garland and hide.
It's true. Yeah, you can hide the wires with garland.
We've got plenty of garland.
Even, you know, parts of the wreath. I just took the wreath off because it's got a metal insert, makes it really heavy. But yeah, you can. Yeah, that's a good idea. Nice thinking. Yeah, but I do think that the battery pack sitting inside is going to be a good idea. So I'm still going to cut a hole in the center of it, drop it down inside, glue it to the back, and then glue these suckers on.
All right, and while he does that, what I did over here, I don't know if you can see in the overhead camera, is I put the iPad down right in the center. You want it on your chest, so not too low. You don't want it, well, I don't know, maybe you do want it on your stomach, but I wanted it up here so it could sit snugly so it wasn't dangling around down here. So I put the iPad down. I traced it with a white pencil. Made a little outline here of the iPad. Next, you cut, by the way, these are fabrics with scissors. And if you've ever used fabric scissors over paper scissors, it makes all the difference in the world. But I have just ruined these with hot glue today, so we'll see how well they cooperate. So,
if you have fabric scissors, only use them on fabric.
Yes.
Because they.
Another important lesson for today, which I know better, but sometimes that wire needs to be cut, and the fabric scissors are all you have around. So I'm cutting a little inside of the square so that there'll be some overlap to cover the frame of the iPad.
So people are stepping it up, of course, like we like to do at CreativeLIVE. Guitar Goddess is recommending maybe an Etch-a-Sketch sweater.
Ooh.
And Abby Lynn said light bright.
Yes.
Yeah. Light bright might be a bit heavy, but that.
I would like to see light bright.
If you're going to put a light bright in, you might want to have like backpack straps on underneath the sweater.
This can be doable. This can be made.
I was thinking about actually a little chalkboard that you can hang on, and then people can come like write notes. And
Nice.
Like it.
And Photophil said maybe the iPad Mini would be a little bit
true.
A little bit easier.
It would be,
Thank
but
you
since
for
we
the
have an
suggestion.
iPad here,
I
this is
haven't
what we're
gotten
going
one
to do.
of those yet.
So let me show you how to best.
Don't worry.
The people at Apple would cringe if they saw what I was doing to protect their iPad here, but I took some saran wrap, and this should at least help with all the greasy fudge-covered fingers and meatball sauce and, come on, guys. All the drinks and all that everyone's going to have on their hands, because everyone wants to come up and touch it. So this should help if you spill your eggnog.
Celeste, do you recommend serving meatball sauce at your holiday sweater parties?
It's really the only kind of sauce to serve.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Every year I look forward to it.
Oh, come on, saran wrap, you're embarrassing me in front of everyone.
It's now a good time for some more questions.
Yes, now is a great time
So
for
it's
more
the
questions.
saran wrap that has embarrassed you, Celeste? Out of all
Yeah, the saran wrap, not the sweater.
Saran wrap.
That's her limit right there.
I'm getting the glare across the room.
I am done with this. That's out of here.
So a question from Addie Farr, another regular in England. He says, do you position your lights so that they bring out the contrast and texture in your jumpers?
I wasn't actually listening. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm really focused on the saran wrap right now.
Question was, do you position your lights so that they bring out the contrast and texture in your jumpers?
In the jumpers?
Jumpers?
Sweaters.
He's British.
Another word
I
for
see.
sweaters.
Well, I don't know if you saw me positioning the lights on that little unitard number that Adam wore, but I literally just like taped it on there. It's lights are lights. They're going to be awesome wherever you put them on it. Your sweater has lights, so you win right away. But yes, if you want to place them accordingly or choose lights that will contrast your sweater, by all means, that's going to, or not contrast it, right? That's even better. Like with some of these things, you don't want the colors to complement each other. You just want to get as just colorful and obnoxious as you can get. So it depends on the kind of sweater you're making, if you want it to contrast or just be annoying.
And
I go for annoying.
I'm not actually sure, maybe Addie can clarify in the chat room if he was referring to photographing the sweater and the placement of the lights to get out that contrast.
That'd be a question for Russ, since
texture.
he was the one that photographed my sweater.
Oh,
No one's listening.
Sorry, I'm like really into this actually.
Now you guys are realizing how
This is
difficult it
actually
is
a lot
for
of fun.
Creative Live instructors. Pay attention.
right.
And
Exactly. What was the question?
The question from Addie was, do you position your lights so that they bring out the contrast and texture in your sweater, aka jumper in England?
Yes, I intentionally used a beauty dish without any sort of
You might not want
sock
to
on it.
crackle that right next to the mic.
That's a good point. Sorry, internet. I apologize for that. Yeah, I used a beauty dish over her with no sock on it, so that it would really just kind of bring out the texture, because the sweater is very textured. I also wanted good hard speculars on the bulbs on her bandolier there, and I just wanted her to look as cool as she deserves for doing this whole thing.
Russ, we have a global audience, so I'm wondering if you could talk about what a bandolier is.
A bandolier is what people, I guess, in war would hang like grenades on. It's like, when you see like Rambo or, other just seriously cool dudes in war with grenades hanging from them. I've got sofa full of girls here who are like laughing at me.
Well,
Well, it's already happening.
it's
You might as well
happening
get a
now.
shot of it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we have to talk over the sound, right?
Beautiful.
Oh, that's hysterical.
It's okay. Everybody sing over it.
The best part about these is you can turn you can turn the switch off, and
And they won't stop.
They really are possessed. So as long as you're over here before Russ finishes his question, I saran wrapped this
I'm sorry about that.
Question was done.
and just gaff taped the back of it. You can use duct tape too, but I put enough saran wrap to cover the back again so that the entire iPad was protected, because I'm going to be taping this too, and I don't want to get any stickiness on Russ's iPad. Thank you for the prop. So yeah, I just taped the crap out of the back, and now I'm going to start decorating the hole around the sweater. I got all sorts of garlands and these things, and we can just put little corner pieces on, make a little wreath around the whole thing. We'll see what inspires me. Were you done? Did we totally interrupt you? You're done.
No,
He's like,
we are
don't bring the camera back over here. I see.
We're good.
Can we check in with some of you guys? How are you doing? Got anything good they want to share? We have a Mrs. and Mr. Moose. Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, I had to wait because I was modeling before to bring Mrs. Moose online, but yeah, when Mike and I saw these, we're like, yeah. Well, he actually was. His
I love
idea.
your hat too.
Yes.
Can you turn it so that this camera can see it? That's beautiful.
It's a wreath.
I think that's a really good example of a classy Christmas out.
Well, thank you, Celeste.
Snowflakes.
I made another one. I made another one too out of a poinsettia on a plate, and I glued the ribbon underneath, and then you just tie it to your head.
I think that's a good example of one that is, it is tacky, but it's kind of cute. Like, I could see the Rockettes wearing that. So for you gals out there that are glamorous and can't be seen in something like this, for us confident women, like Susan Roderick and Kenna Klosterman, you can do something that's a little bit more cute like that, that's just tacky with huge flowers and huge bows that I think you look sweet.
It's like a fascinator. It's like we're
Yes,
going
it is
to
like a
a
fascinator.
royal wedding.
Yes. Anyone else want to share what their creations? No one wants to share.
Bethany?
Share.
Bethany? Oh.
All right, I finished my sweater. I've got a Christmas tree on one side, poinsettia on the other, and then on the back I have a little scene going on. I was
Yeah, you do.
inspired. I was inspired. So we've got.
You've done well.
Yeah,
Clearly you've learned some things here.
I was truly inspired.
Looks great. Nice, nice. Arlene, can we see yours?
Yes. Oh, thank you. Little more limited on what you can do for Hanukkah, but we
gosh,
have
that's great.
the wooden
Lots of
menorah held up by the stars, and we have dreidels. For those of you who don't know what dreidels are, they're the little toy that you play with during Hanukkah, and depending on what letter it lands on, you get a gift. Put a few stars on the bottom, and then to acknowledge Christmas, I put bells on the sleeves.
Well done.
That's very big of you. Thank you. Anyone else have anything they want to share? It's like show and tell, isn't it?
I've never heard so many oohs and ahs in my entire life.
How can you not?
Questions? Questions? Or do we have some quotes ready? We're pulling up some quotes that are coming in.
Good.
That we thought would be great to share. You have a winner? Is that what you said? I don't know. I think we don't want to encourage people to stop tweeting there, Kate. Step it up. All right, what have we got, Susan?
Oh, are we doing quotes?
Yeah, let's read them out.
Quotes from the internet?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Quotes from the internet. All right, I got one for you. Jeff Gibbons has quoted Celeste Olds in saying, "Come on, Saran Wrap, you're embarrassing me in front of everyone." Pure comic gold.
If I had a
Good one,
nickel every
Jeff.
time Saran Wrap embarrassed me, I'd be.
So I have a comment from Lisa who says, "No need to measure or sew, just cut. My kind of project. This workshop is fantastic." Thank you, Lisa.
So this is something else. Jen inspired me with her hat. I mean, I think they're supposed to be candlestick bases or something. They've got the ring around. We took a bunch of stuff from the craft store and just tore it apart, as you saw we did with the wreaths. We were ripping apart wreaths, these things. So I'm just cutting these and using them as a frame for my iPad Christmas sweater. But you could totally just throw that, like put some big bells on that or something like that and call it a hat. Maybe we can use that still. But I need a member of the audience.
I'm done here.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're mic'd up.
Oh, that's true. I can't do it. Somebody
I
else.
need someone with just a t-shirt. Adam, come here. We've already embarrassed you. We can't do too much worse. Do you want to take it to the next level? Hang on, I'm going to do a couple more accessories here before I call it good. Anything else from the interwebs?
Oh, yes. We have. Actually, Adam, I would like to invite you to come here and ask some questions. After you're done over there, I think that would be great to see you and Monty perhaps even sitting in these seats.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Things are pretty busy here at CreativeLIVE.
I see.
So we'll see what we can do.
All right.
They're really busy. That means like we got half the crew just hanging out behind the cameras making funny faces at us. Real busy.
Okay, I have a
Real
good
busy.
question here another question from Good, Bad, Ugly. Do you take into account that the front contour of sweaters is different for men than women when you're putting things like moose heads on sweaters?
You do. That's why you always put it on first with the leotard, especially something that's really, really form-fitting like that. If you just started tacking things on, I wouldn't have. I was going to put this on it. Oh, that's right. We made it a necklace. But I was going to put this on it, but I put it on, and you quickly saw that this wouldn't really fit on there nicely. So I had to come up with plan B, which was just sticking on one branch of the snowflake, sticking it that way. That way it can stretch around however your body curves and still look good, even on this guy here. Looked really good on you.
Thank you.
And we're not really doing this that much because we're mic'd up and can't. But I would pretty often try the sweater on as I was building it, just to make sure things are sitting in the right place and stuff like that.
Yeah. And for women, it's baggy and loose, so usually you don't need to worry about that. But if you are, again, thinking outside the box and going on the way of a dress or a unitard, then I'd say definitely try on often and use pins to kind of fasten them there to make sure that they're in the right spots. I'm just making a mess over here. But yeah, pins can be your friend. The worst thing is when you make the sweater and put it on and see that it's just not working. Either it's too low or too high or it stretches. So get a mirror and pin the heck out of it. Alex, do you have something you want to say?
I think everybody's finding humor in the fact that I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out.
All right, well, what I'm going to do now, if I can remember back to last year and how I did this.
Should I step off set while you
Nope.
get your thoughts
No, please
sorted?
don't. Please
No,
don't.
you stay right where you are.
And I can help in any way you
Excellent.
need.
So, what I'm going to do, we put this bad boy on.
All right.
Just overheard by Craig Swanson, this is my proudest moment.
This is your proudest moment. Not New York. Not a 5-day live wedding. This. Okay, all right.
Here's how it goes.
He's used to this. His mom still dresses him. He's not.
It's true. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Chicago Tom said it's a onesie.
It's pretty good too. You don't even need the iPad. You just wear it.
Or a shirt underneath.
Or a shirt underneath.
So as you can see, it kind of is drooping from the weight of this, but we're going to fix that. So I'm going to mark where the iPad needs to go on his shirt by making little L's. Do you want to mark that corner? Whichever one.
This is awesome.
So as I can see, even though I cut less than the iPad, the hole is definitely widened a bit since then. So
That's
we'll
about right?
we'll have to, yeah.
Yeah, this can all stretch in and.
Yeah, we'll fix it. All right, off with this.
Oh, man.
We're undressing here at creativeLIVE. This is a little weird. This is taking our relationship to the next level here. I'll just hold this. And this is where I told you that my methods get a little bit yeah, this isn't ideal. I'm sure if someone were to actually manufacture a sweater, you could make a sleeve in which it slid into. But again, I really wanted to secure the iPad to the body because after a night of drinking and hanging out and playing games and doing all sorts of fun stuff, I didn't want it to slide out. So we're actually going to secure it to his body. Hands up.
Oh yeah. Hope this isn't your favorite T-shirt.
So again, the saran wrap is good because we're not going to get any goop on the iPad. Nah.
My iPad is getting awfully friendly with Adam there. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yep, here we go.
Are you seriously ticklish?
No.
All right.
Feels slimming.
Oh, is that too tight?
Maybe like a mini.
Is that tight?
No, this is great. Nope, this is great.
Can you put your arms down?
After that leotard, nothing's tight.
Yeah, this feels.
So I
really
think I
good.
can see that had I have tried it on, I definitely would have put it lower so it's not digging into his armpits.
No, it's fine. Feels good.
You could also do like
Yeah.
straps like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like shoulder.
Here.
It's really.
You do straps, I'll go across.
Or you. This feels good. It's gaffing me up.
Matt J. Queen just said that iPad just doubled in value.
Did we talk about what you're? Did we talk about what you're going to play on that iPad?
Yes. I've already got it sorted out. I produced that. Actually, Russ produced that.
Any questions from the in-studio audience?
Good point, Adam. We have been focusing mostly on the internet here, but questions. Questions over here.
Yeah, look alive down there, fellas. Look alive.
Wow, feels good.
Yeah, Mike, I'm talking to you.
Where's the button go?
Right
here.
Yep.
Okay.
Andrea says, "Oh my goodness, I am crying over here." So are we. Tears of joy.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, put it over here. All right. So
All
now-
right, so I'm going to show off some of my progress on my sweater here. I've added bacon with a little ribbon pocket, and you can take him out, and he's got bling. And this is probably the tackiest thing on the sweater, a flower with a lot of bling going on. So that's kind of the progress I've made so far. Anybody else?
Well, first I'd like to acknowledge that Kate Haley, social media aficionado and multitasker, has already taken a picture of said sweater and bacon, Instagrammed it. It's up on her, processed it. It's up on her
It's on Facebook
page,
right now. I just shared it in the chat room. So if you're in there.
I just gave it a like. So
Oh, okay.
well done, Kate Haley,
Thank you so much.
iPhoneographer extraordinaire.
Anybody else got? Aaron, do you want to?
Let's get Teth out here, too. Teth, we need you out here.
too.
Teth, you hear me?
So yeah, I got the tree on my shirt and got some ornaments on there, and I wanted to do some more just around. So I gave some accents to the hands, did some garland there. Then I kind of did a big kind of
Wand it up here and hide it.
leafy boa thing, which I thought would just kind of bring some more attention up top, just kind of help drive some focus to the face. So. Thought that was good. It is a little bit cumbersome, kind of like Celeste was saying, attaching a tree can,
That is.
I don't know.
That is something.
Yeah, so. Anyways, I'm feeling more pleased with it. I might do some more additions, so we'll see.
I think
I like the collar a lot.
I like his spirit. I think it needs more. I think I might add some more.
Do you have any suggestions?
You can
Can you
always
help me
say
out?
that.
I need to do something to the back. The back's pretty bland. I don't know what to do back
Maybe a wreath of some sort.
Oh, now
Well,
we're talking.
you know what? I mean,
Oh, those would
What
be.
do you want?
Oh, yes.
I have not been able to multitask as well as I thought I would be able to. And so I was going to use this for my holiday sweater, but perhaps somebody can temporarily use it.
Realize that's just a giant rug, right?
It's actually called a doormat, is what that is? A Christmas doormat? We have a suggestion
I want
from
to see
Moment
Tet.
Shared saying
Tet's
make
gotta
it a
get
cape.
out of here.
Make it a cape.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Make it a
Tet,
cape.
we need to
Oh, that's a
see
good idea.
Over
Yes.
the back of yours, yeah. For now.
Hang on, I think if you leave it alone.
Well, mine's going to be pretty much 2 layers of goodness. So, the sweater itself is pretty ugly already. So I didn't want to embellish it too much, but stand by. Where's the second piece?
Where's the tape? Where's the tape? There it is.
Cool.
Teth, you take your time, my friend, putting that together.
Wow. Yes. Is that a tree skirt? No, it's a cape. Oh, it's a cape. Sorry.
No, it was a tree skirt. Now it's my vest. So
That's
it's
awesome.
extremely ugly, I think. Right, you guys?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see yours, Mike.
I just have a quick question for the instructors.
Okay.
Is there going to be a prize for the tackiest sweater made by the audience today?
Yes. I totally thought that through and thought of something. He also sings and dances.
Yeah.
But we won't do that because as a producer, I'm looking out for this producer. I'm not going to get her sued by whoever owns Jingle Bells.
We did have some technical questions earlier that I've kind of forgotten to ask about.
Yeah, bring it. Adam really wants to sit here through this, so.
All right. So one is, let's see.
Actually, you know what? These are pretty much done. Why don't we
Got it.
show these off and then we can sit down and do a little Q&A. So.
Okay.
I think these are pretty much done.
That sounds great.
Wow.
It's beautiful, Michael. You've outdone yourself.
I'm pretty
Again.
proud.
That's pretty good. Where's the battery pack? Is it inside?
It's inside the sweater, so it'll be hard to turn it on and off, but
It's all right.
it's
Good. Again,
make do.
better making ugly sweater, Christmas sweater better is make it awkward. That's good. So you have to reach in there and.
And if you don't like how they hang forward, you can always glue their heads back, but I don't know.
Hot glue is really the
Hot
answer
glue.
to everything
Yeah.
here.
All your
so
problems.
Here's this, and it's not quite done yet. So what we did is I had you can have double stick tape or gaff tape that you folded over and secure the sweater to it. Again, the hole expanded quite a bit from the weight of the wreaths. And you see we got some folds here, but I'm not worried because what doesn't work.
I'm a little worried with the hot
Because you don't
glue.
own the iPad is why you're not worried.
You can just throw some accessories on there. And bam.
Hot glue makes me nervous.
How's that feel?
Feels great. Feels really great. How does it look?
I'm good, Adam. Thanks for being our model.
No, thank you.
Do you want to switch back into the leotard one? Get into something more
Well, I've got it on underneath, so I never took it off. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Adam.